Hello, good morning. My name is Rebecca Nikoy, your secretary for Flamingo Estate. And I present to you the Flamingo Estate bi-weekly update, which will be focusing on brainstorming sessions and milestone check with you, the stakeholders, the owner of plot of land, the estate, and the property at Flamingo Estate. I encourage you to embrace feedback, to give me feedback, to give. So on behalf of our honorable members of Flamingo Estate and the Flamingo Estate leadership team, the Honorable Kennedy Nyakango, the chairman, the Honorable Evelyn Owona, the vice chairman, the Honorable Makio, the technical executive, the Honorable Kevin Owar, the treasurer, and the Honorable Rebecca, your secretary. I would like to present you the key areas that I need to focus on this bi-weekly update. And number one is, how do we add value to our estate and properties? Number two, why should we contribute the Kenya shillings 500 per month? Number three, how do we enhance our communication and increase our market visibility for our properties, estate, and plot of land at Flamingo Estate? We'll dive right into it. As you can see the pictures shown, this is the current state of Flamingo Estate. We have been relying on this grass to run the affairs of the estate, and as you can see, the volume has reduced. And as you can also see, when the first thing that as you enter Flamingo Estate, you will find that it is just a vast land with enough grass, beautiful grass, and as you can see, our footpaths, people walk through the footpath. There are no defined roads. And as you can see, there are properties from the far end. You can see properties. People have really done well in building up the community, and I believe we can do more. And this is why I'm doing this update. So number one, what I believe that we can do is that we can change this estate from the mere grass and footpaths to a magnificent estate with defined roads, with estate with fruits that we can gain value from, and so on. So how do we add value to our estate? As you can see, this is the map of our estate. Is approximately 13 acres, and it has 302 plots of land, and we have 168 acres. As you can see, the roads are approximately 14,400 per meter square. Now, the first approach to adding value to our estate and property, apart from you building the estate, is having a living fence around the estate, and preferably fruit trees. As you can see in the picture, this is my property of land that I have at Flamingo Estate, and I was doing trial and error of which tree can be planted and can survive, considering that the area Rongai have long drought periods from December all the way to April, and then it has periods of rainfall that are continuous. Now, the following estate is for our, where you can see the gravelia trees is the estate belonging to our able chair, Honorable Kennedy Nyakango. So from the practical aspect, we have found that there are specific, and we also have members like Honorable Singh, who is in the far end, has considerable number of trees that he has planted, and they're doing well. We also have Honorable DCIO Mtie, who also have very considerable vegetation of trees and fruits that are growing around. We also have Honorable Otieno, who has also planted trees, and they are doing so well. We also have Honorable Akui, who has also done gravelia trees and cypress that are doing very well. So Flamingo Estate can have green vegetations that can grow really well. So it has been tried and it has been tested. So to increase value from our point of view here is that this estate can have living fence around the estate, and this we have seen with the property of our former President Uhuru Kenyatta, who has planted grevillea and bougainvillea around the estate, and they are very beautiful as you walk inside. As you walk your way to Flamingo Estate, just near Simba Cement, you can see that estate. So it's something that is doable and cost efficient, and we can really embrace that. Okay, we can also see that they have successfully planted avocados, and they are generating substantial amount of income for the former president. Now, my point is that we have 9 meters road. As you can see from my estate to the next plot is 9-meter road. And this is substantial. If we can take 1 meter, the 1 meter that will be used for piping water and electricity, if we can use that path to have substantial amount of fruit trees that can generate as income in the next 5 years for the estate and for the estate affairs, so that we find ourselves that if we need maybe to have something that requires substantial amount of income, our estate can sustainably regenerate that. So from this presentation, I can say that along the fence, we can plant a living fence. And from my experimentation, I've seen that grevillea trees that does so well in Rongai, and also these raspberries fruits that I've planted along my fence. They do a very nice fence so that people cannot see. They cannot see inside the estate, and the advantage is that we have fruit trees around. Okay, now inside the estate, I will propose we have hedges of flowers like this, those that are just locally procured or just borrowed from neighbors that who have already planted flowers within, and we can do this in phases. We don't have to do it like in an instant. And now I encourage your suggestions on what kind of fruits we can plant as we go on through this phase in the estates. Okay, now another question is, why should we contribute the 500 now? We all know that we used to have 3 security guards, but as of now, we have 2 security guards that until the end of March, we were paying 8,000 per month. And this was basically from the grass that we got from Flamingo Estate. We used to harvest grass, and it was we'll sell a bale at 100 shillings. Now from that 100 shillings, we could pay the cost of cutting and baling the grass was 60 shillings. Then we remain with 40 shillings that will pay the security guards from the bales of grass. But right now, we are having scarcity. The grass volume has really reduced, and we cannot really get much out of it. So I'm urging each one of you to heed to the call of paying our security guards, because we really need them. Because when you need something about what is going on in Flamingo, they are linked to communication. The very fact of them being physically there sends a message around the Rongai area that we have security guards in place, and this is a no-go zone. They also offer some sense of accountability for your property and your estate. For example, if you go there and you find that your fence has fallen down, or rather you don't know where your beacon is, or rather you don't know where your plot is, they are a very handy workman that you can use on the ground. So we really need to engage them, and we were paying them 8,000 per month. And from the way the contribution really went down, we opted to cut their salary to 4,000 per month. And that is just subject to discussion of whether we retain them at 8,000 per month or at 4,000 per month. That is all up to how much each of us will contribute. So toward this, you could ask how much is required towards their payment from the 500 shillings. So if each of us just contributes 200 shillings per month, we can comfortably pay them. And through this, I think I would first request your cooperation towards this, but through this, I actually request that we can willingly contribute the 200 towards the security personnel. And I'll also take the initiative to remind you every 2 weeks that we need to pay the security personnel. Okay, then still on the question that why should we contribute this 500? As we discussed earlier, we want to add value to our estate. And this came because most of us, like I have heard over 10 people who want to resell their properties. And their price is really high. They want to sell the property at 1 million and above for their property that they have waited for over 5 years to appreciate their value. Okay, now if you're buying this property with an intention to resell and you want to resell it at a very good value, then we really have to put our effort together to make this estate attractive. And a simple way to make this estate attractive is actually to have it planted with flowers, trees, and just make the estate beautiful. So we also have to have defined roads. Like we need to know that here is the road. And how will we do that? By maintaining the estate. So we can't do this without your contribution, and that will require that we contribute our money towards it. So for us to have, based on the calculation that we have done, for us to have this estate maintained, to be like plowed around the roads and around the estate, we actually need an amount of 40,000 to do that. And once we have plowed the estate, we need to plant. We need the seeds, and that we can easily get from the actual fruits. And just one actual fruit is 10 shillings or 20 shillings. So if we can get 1,000 fruits, that different variety of trees. We can actually have oranges, we can have lemons, we can have avocados, we can have mangoes, we can have pawpaws and all of that, just from the fruits by propagating the seedlings. Also, the flowers can be easily found from around. As you can see, I have plants that I had tested for the past 5 years and they are really doing well as effects. I can easily give out the cuttings so that we can put around the estate. And there are also honorable members in this society that can easily contribute trees, fruits, and flowers towards this goal. And this is now we look into how to enhance our communication and our marketing strategy, because we have relied on just things to go the way they really want to go. In terms of resale, we want to sell our properties from 1 million and above, but we really have no marketing strategies for this. And for this, we'll actually need to embrace social media and other media platforms. And this is something that we can work on, and actually encourage your participation on this. And on behalf of our management, thank you so much. I urge you that we cooperate, we participate, we have one voice to make this estate a really top-notch estate in the community.